first, our screen-free therapist is in the house with some tips on hanging on to a relationship plagued by money problems. He'll tell you how to do it next.
Before we go, it's an old school.
It's 23 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to the Daily Buzz. Couples face many problems in a relationship. We know that. And one of the biggest arguments between couples is money. How much to save, how much to spend. Our screen-free therapist, Hal Runkle, is here to help us understand what couples need to put the focus back on the relationship instead of on the bank account. That's a very good one.
It's tough.
How do you do that?
It is tough. You know, it's one of what I call the mountains of marriage. There are 5 mountains of marriage: kids, money, sex, in-laws, and division of labor.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and they're all the common issues, and money is one of the biggest.
Why is it the biggest, and especially in a factor in divorce?
Sure,
it's the leading factor in divorce.
It is a huge leading factor in divorce because, you know what, we're tied together, but yet we spend separately.
Right.
And so since I'm watching how you spend, but it automatically affects me, and I can't control you, then that drives me crazy. And that's the biggest mistake we make is, you know what, I'm going to try and change and get our finances in order. But if you're not going to make any changes whatsoever, I might as well not.
Yeah, and so you've got to get over that. You got to get over yourself.
And also,
and do what's best.
exactly. And also get over the fact that it's supposed to be difficult. Finances, they're supposed to be challenging. And you are uniting your life with someone else, and it's supposed to be difficult.
Money is the root of all evil.
It is,
there you go.
It's difficult. It's, you know, and every time I pretend that it's not, or try to tell myself it's not going to be hard, then I'm lying to myself, and it just makes that mountain even bigger.
Okay, so big question here. Should you have joint checking accounts or savings accounts, or should you have your own account?
I've worked with a lot of couples, and some have done it each way. It's very, very challenging, you know, and you're going to figure it out. And if you do joint, who should be in charge kind of the accounting?
Right. Should the person who makes the most money be in charge of the major bills and the person who doesn't make as much do the little bills?
There is no set way to do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just whatever works for you.
No matter where you're at, whether you earn the most or you don't, whether you take care of the bills or you don't, you are still in control over what you're in control of.
And I guess this goes back to, you know, showing the kids how to deal with money. Last week we talked about the kids.
We talked about that, yeah. And the best thing I can do is not focus on how my spouse is spending, not focus on how my kids are spending, but focus how I'm spending.
And talk about your ultimate goal. If you guys want to retire when you're 80 years old with $1 million, you have to work.
And that's another thing, a big thing I talk about is there are things to scrimp on, there are things you don't scrimp on. You don't scrimp on trash bags, you don't scrimp on toilet paper, and you don't scrimp on financial advice.
Just those 3 things?
Yeah. No, there's lots of things, lots of things.
Okay, what are some other ways that couples, I guess, and individuals can fix how they can fix the problem?
Well, certainly talk with a financial advisor, but also, you know, realize again, how am I spending my money, and is it in line with how I always wanted to spend money? Is it in line with how I view myself, or am I compromising myself in order to please my spouse? Am I constantly spending stuff that, you know what, I don't think my spouse is going to take care of himself, so I might as well just spend this. It doesn't really matter because we're not doing a team effort. It doesn't matter if it's a team effort.
That's the thing. You got to work together.
No, but you may not work together. Ultimately, it comes down to this. I'm not sure what my husband or my wife's going to do, but this is what I'm going to do.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks.
And for more information on Hal's, that's right, yeah, big Texas OU game, yeah, I got you. On Hal's screen-free approach, go to our website, dailybuzz.tv. 26 minutes after the hour, we are back after this.